Hi everyone, welcome back to Lovely Lavender Wishes. We are doing 2 videos in one day because I think I am on a roll. So I'm just gonna get 2 done. So now I am moving on. We're working in our Gothic Love Journal and I'm working on our double belly band corset for our journal. So I grabbed just this black kind of paper, but I don't even know what it's made out of. It looks like patent leather or leather, or like a shiny black, yeah, like patent leather kind of. So I thought this would look really cool. And then I've got this paper. Again, it was like my other white paper. It's got this like raised velvety texture on it, which I thought would look really nice. And I have, again, this ribbon. So I figured we would put it on this page because this kind of looked like lace, so I thought that was cool. So I am just going to measure a little bit of this. Let's see. I think I probably will want it maybe about here, a piece about that long. So let me grab my paper trimmer and I'm going to cut. Now this paper is curling up, so I'm not sure. We'll see how it works on the page and how it cuts. I'm gonna cut off this frayed stuff. Get rid of that. Okay. And then I need to cut it down to size for the page. So we'll have it go right about here to right about up here. Now, where did I put that mark? Okay, let's see. Okay, it's right there, I think. Okay. Let's see how this will look. Okay, so that's the first layer, first level, first layer. Okay, so this will be a belly band back here. Do we want it that thick? Well, let me see. Let me see. We could always cut it down as we go. Okay, so then I was thinking this red will go on top of this. Got glue everywhere. And I'm thinking maybe about that wide, and then it's gonna come down to the bottom, so right about there. See, I don't measure, I just kind of estimate and stuff, and it always seems to work or works itself out in some shape or form in the end. You don't need to measure a lot. There's really not much you need to measure. You can just eyeball things. So this will fit right there. Cute. Okay, so the other thing, actually, we could even add lace to each side. Okay, let me keep that in mind. Let me keep this here, keep that in mind, because I am going to put this lace on top of the red. Okay, so I'm actually going to glue this on now. So I'll glue it on this lace part right here. You know, I went all the way down to the end, and I didn't need to do that because this is going to get cut off. Put a little too much glue there. Didn't need that. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut this extra piece off, which we won't need. I could use that for something else. Okay. So let me make sure this is even on the page. And that will go on here. Okay, cute. Okay, so the other thing I want to do is of course, we got to put the lace on it. And I have this black string. I just wanted just some string, so I'm thinking crisscrossing it down. So if we put a hole at each one of these, that's a lot, but let's see. If I put a little hole at each one of these indentations here, we'll have a bunch. So I have this little hole punch, and I'm just going to punch a hole at each one of these little indentations by the lace, if that makes sense. Each valley of the lace. I'm gonna try to keep a straight line as much as I can. You can see the holes I'm punching. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Again, I haven't done this before, so this is all trial and error, and we'll see if it works out at the end. Okay, so then I've got this black string, so I'm going to take at least, I would say 3 or 4 lengths of this, just to make sure I have enough. I'd rather have more than enough than less. And I can, when I cut it off. So I'm gonna start from the back and put each side through the hole, the top hole. And then I'm gonna pull my string and make sure it's even. Let's see. So long, I'm off camera. Okay, it's even. And then I'm just gonna do what I did with my last one. So I'm gonna crisscross front and back, so just all the way down, just so we get kind of like that lace feel, or the corset feel. And then I'm going to come up through the next hole on both sides. Come up through the next hole and then do the same thing, crisscross. And since this side is the one that was on top, I'm making sure this side goes over and is on top, so it's kind of uniform all the way down. I mean, it really doesn't matter. You don't have to do it that way. It's just, that's the way I do things. I want it to kind of be uniform. So then take each string and go up through the next hole and just work your way all the way down. What did I say? That side is going to be on top, right? Do what I just said. Oh, it's looking cute already. Just little details. When you add little details, it makes such a difference, I think. I think I am going to have to add some lace. Maybe I'll add lace to this part. I don't know. I'll have to see what it looks like. Almost there. These remind me of those cards that we used to do when you were young with shoelaces, and you had to like lace the cards up. I used to love doing those. Look, I'm still doing them now as an adult, lacing up the cards. Okay, so you have a couple options. If you had an odd number of holes and your lace ended up on the front, you could tie it at the bottom. I think what I'm going to do is just tie it in the back here in a knot and cut off these extra pieces because I didn't want a tie, but you can tie it off at the bottom. You can add little charms to the little tails hanging here if you want. But since this is gonna be a belly band, I'm just gonna kind of leave it as is. Okay, and then just cut these off. I'll use that for something later. Okay, and there you go. Look at that. That's so cute. Just that little detail adds so much. Okay, so then I have, oh my gosh, I have my dishwasher going right now, and it is definitely making some noises. It's kind of scary. Making some weird noises, my dishwasher. Okay, so this will go here. So this is gonna be a double belly band. So you'll have this part and this part. So I'm thinking we could either just leave it like that, or we could add a little bit of ribbon to each side. We could add ribbon there, or we can add ribbon up here. But if we do that on this piece, it'll cover up a lot of that black. So I'm thinking, or do I have, let me see if I have any, I have just red ribbon, like this kind of red ribbon. No, I think I like the lace. Gives it just that. Yeah, okay. Another decision made. Okay, so I'm going to glue this lace to the side of this black before I put this on. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue it down. You can sew it if you want. This lace I find stays pretty well if you just glue it down. I'm gonna pull it tight and fasten it really well to the paper. Hold it here for a second, let it. Okay. Cut that part off. And then do the same with the other side. Make sure it's all on there good and firm. And cut off the excess. I think I'll be using up this lace in this journal for sure. That's good, using up the stuff I got. Okay, so now the only other thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to my sewing machine and I'm gonna sew this top part to this piece and this bottom part to this piece with like a crisscross stitch. Now I looked on this side and I didn't want some crisscross, or I don't know, this kind of stitching. So not crisscross, whatever this is called. I didn't want this stitching to show, so I'm just gonna stitch this to this part and then I'm gonna glue the top parts, the top and bottom, to this page. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to my sewing machine and I'll show you what it looks like when I get back. And hopefully my sewing machine will work. It's been working pretty good, but you know, of course it's camera time and might not work. We shall see. Nope. Yep, it decided to come out. My thread decided to come out. So now I gotta rethread it. Hang on a second. Oh, y'all can just fast forward through this part. I'm just talking to myself. I'm in my room here. Oh my goodness. threading it right now. If it would like to cooperate with me. Okay, let's try this again. Yay. First part works. Okay, headed back. Okay, sorry y'all. Okay, so here, if you can see the top, so I sewed zigzag pattern at the top and a zigzag pattern at the bottom. And then the only thing left to do is glue this. Let's see, which one do I want to be top and bottom? I don't think it really matters. Okay, I'm gonna glue this top part. I'm gonna put a generous amount of glue top and bottom here. And you could sew this to the page, but like I said, I didn't want the thread to be showing to the other side, the sewing, so I am just gonna glue this part to the page. Hold it down firmly, get it really on there. And I might make like maybe a couple of these throughout the journal, but this gives you an idea how to do these. So this is our corset double belly band. So it's a double. So you got, let me find a little piece of paper here. Oh, I don't know. Okay, so you've got this part of the belly band right here. And then you've got this part that goes through. Oop, I just unglued it. But you got this part right here. So, and if this glue doesn't stay, what I might do, I'll put a book on it overnight, and if I pull on it and it doesn't stay, then I might just sew it across just to make sure that it stays as a belly band. But yeah, there you go. There you have it. So there is our double corset belly band. And I love the look of that black. It looks like patent leather. It just looks like shiny, like, you know, like it is corset material. And I love this lace. That lace looked good with that. So there you go, y'all. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time in the next video. And we are getting going on this journal, so it'll be exciting to see how it turns out. So thank you all for joining me. Happy crafting. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye.